For more, let me bring in Sam Stein, political reporter for the Huffington Post. Now, Sam, if they were such tough fighters, they're still in charge, aren't they, until January? Wouldn't they do something?
Yeah, they do have the reins of power until January, and there's a lame duck session that's approaching. And there is a few items on the docket that they're going to consider, but obvious questions about what can be done in the session, primarily because the narrative is stacked against what they want to do. Take unemployment insurance, for instance. They haven't been able to pass extensions without a fight before. They're going to want to do it again. But there's questions as to whether anyone in the caucus has the stomach for that fight. They're going to have to find ways to pay for it. So items like that, you'll see fights over in the months ahead.
See, Sam, I have a theory that it's because they're scared of what the Republicans are going to say about them. I mean, like if I was in charge and I still have the House, the Senate, and the White House, I don't want to get a lot of things done. I mean, shoot, you're going to lose that advantage in January. Let's go. Why not put up immigration? Why not put up all these things? But it seems like the Democrats are scared.
Well, Cenk, they're going to Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has signaled that he is going to consider the DREAM Act during the lame duck session. The other thing that they have to do, which anyone who follows judicial politics knows, is they have to make some appointments. There's been a huge amount of judicial appointments that have stalled on the docket. People who have actually gone through the Judiciary Committee, and it's creating a real crisis across the country. And if they don't start doing that and filling those slots, you're going to have a real backsliding of cases that have to be considered, and that could be a real problem. So those are two of the bigger items that are going to be considered. But again, what is the incentive for any Republican who was newly elected? I know they're not going to be there, but for instance, Mark Kirk is going to be in the Senate now because of the rules of his special election. What is his incentive to move the ball forward when more Republicans are coming in? That's the major question.
Right. Sam, one more thing for you here, and it's a good point about Harry Reid. But for example, the president has signaled that he's going to buckle on the tax cuts and he's going to give them to the top 2% as the Republicans want. Now, I think it's because they're scared. Oh my God, the Republicans want lower taxes and we can't oppose that. Oh no. And it seems like they don't have their own message to be able to say, no, here's what we stand for and here's why we're not going to stand for this proposal. Am I getting it wrong about the messaging, or do you think that's part of the critical problem?
They had a message, and I actually credit the White House for hitting it repeatedly before the election, which is that this is going to blow the deficit. And for all the talk from Republicans about deficit reduction, this is hypocritical. The problem, of course, is that the election's now over. The message, as it were, has been sent, and you are essentially in a game of chicken. Who's going to blink first? Are you going to let all the tax cuts expire for everybody, or are you going to try to compromise and get a deal? And so it might be a 2-year extension or a 1-year extension for the whole package, or it could theoretically be extending them for everyone under $500,000 as opposed to $250,000. But the last thing the White House wants to do right now is to be seen as allowing tax cuts across the board to go up. And I don't blame him for that necessarily.
No, I blame him. No. How about you stick to your agenda? How about you don't get scared because John Boehner said boo? I mean, maybe you don't lose elections that way. But I know, I'm the crazy one.
No, you're not crazy. It's a matter of ethos.
All right. Sam Stein from the Huffington Post. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, man.